YouTube Brando here. So some of you may remember we did an unboxing on this gun some time back. This is the double tap 9mm. I wanted to shoot it a little bit before I did a review on it, so I could feel like I did a proper review on it. I do have some specs on the gun itself. When these guns first came out, they were between $350 to $450, somewhere in there. They were priced outrageously, so I wouldn't get one. But they dropped the price on these down to about $180 to $200 for a little while on buds. I'm not sure if they still have that deal, because I know they had the 45 ACP as well, down to $191. I went and looked at it the other day. It's back up to $320 something. So the 45 shot back up in price. I'm not sure if the 9mm did or not. So the price is all over the board. I'm not sure what it's going to run if you get one. I'm going to say roughly $200 for the 9mm and $350 for the 45. I need to get back on buds and see if they still have the 9mm marked down. If so, I want to get the ported version, because you can get these imported and non-ported. This is the DT009001. It's an aluminum 2-round 9mm 3-inch non-ported, all aluminum frame, double action only Derringer. This one, like I said, it's chambered in 9mm. You can get it in 45. It is 17. Oh hell! Let me see if I have it wrote down. 17.4 pH stainless barrel with an M16 style push pin for quick barrel change. You can just buy the barrels for these things. So the 9mm will shoot 45, which I thought was the coolest selling point about the gun. However, after finding out the barrel for the 45 costs more than what I paid for the 9mm, I put that on hold. I'm going to try to find a 45, but I don't want to pay more than $200 for it. It comes with a 2-round and 6-round speed loader. I'll show you that real quick. It stores in the handle right here really well. There's the 2-round speed loader. It also comes with a 6-round. 2-round, 6-round speed loader. So it's got a no hammer snag free design. It's a slim design, so I think it's supposed to be made for like pocket carry, although I don't carry a gun in my pocket. Total weight on this is 13 ounces. It's got ambidextrous thumb latch for ejecting. The ported 9mm is only like $10 more whenever I bought this one. And I'm going to tell you what, the only thing that I would say about this gun that I don't care for is going to be the trigger or the sights. However, I've never gotten a Derringer and just loved the sights or triggers, so that was expected. This is more of a self-defense gun. If somebody's on top of you, you can't get to your primary weapon, but you can get to this one. This will get them off of you, so you can get to your primary weapon. So I wasn't thinking I was going to go out and be able to hit something 20 yards out with this thing. It does have a little bit of a kick to it. Now, I'm going to say that, but I'm going to say this. Every review I've heard on it, every review I've read on it, people were just amazed with how much it kicked. It hurt their hand, and I'm going to tell you what, I didn't have any of those problems. Now, I did feel it in my hand. After about a couple dozen shots through it, I could feel it in the palm of my hand right here. But I'm a mechanic, and my hands right here, my nerves are shot in both my hands right here. So I think that had more to do with it than the actual kick of the gun. Now, I'll say this. Of course, the non-ported is going to have a little bit more kick to it. But the 45 ACP is actually a lighter gun because they, remove more material inside the barrel itself, so you have less steel there. It's going to weigh less. So I would think the 45 ACP non-ported version, I would think it had a little bit of kick to it. Now, like I said, this one had a little bit. I would think that one would probably put a little wear and tear on your hand after a few dozen rounds. Just being it's so much lighter. Oh Lord. Being it's so much lighter, and you know, you got more of a load there, so it's going to kick harder. I don't know where I was going with that. I could just only imagine how much the 45 non-ported would kick. I'm going to tell you this, I shot at about 5 yards with this thing. It wasn't far out, and I was still getting between, and I know this ain't great, 3 to 6 inch groupings with it. So it's fairly accurate once you get used to it. You have to, the aim's a little bit off on it. You have to kind of aim a little bit high with it, kind of like the NAA revolver I was talking about in an earlier video. It's once you get used to shooting it with the sights, it's not hard, but it's just getting used to it. It takes a little bit of getting used to, so no big deal on that. No big deal about the trigger and the sights. Like I said, that would be my only complaint about it. I have found that they make, I believe it was the guy that was in partners with Double Tap, he went out on his own and he's making the hyzers now, and I believe it's a single shot. It looks just like it, but it's a single shot, and it's chambered in 7.62, a 7.62 pocket pistol. Yeah, that kind of flipped me out, so I'm interested in one of those, but right now the prices on those are about $500, so I'm not looking forward to paying that. I don't know if we're going to end up with one or not, but I wouldn't mind having one. I would also like to get something like this in like a 410, 45 long Colt, something along those lines to go in my flare gun kit that I have my flare gun adapters in that I can shoot 410 and 45 long Colt out of. So I would like to get another one. I just don't know what I'm going to go with yet, but we'll definitely do a video on it when we get it. We're going to shoot this thing a little bit more and do an update review on it. I've been carrying it as a backup pistol. I was looking for something that was like a wallet-sized pistol that I could still keep in a holster and, you know, put down in my back pocket and not feel it. A little bit heavy for that. It's going to have to stay on the waist for now, but I'm going to keep carrying it over the next few weeks at least before I go back to either not carrying a backup pistol or I go back to the DB380. One or the other. But we'll do an update for you whenever we get this thing, get a little bit, you know, a few more rounds downrange. We'll come back and update you. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.